Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 here with Rangers. We're about to go to Tannadice to take on Dundee United before we face Monaco away in the second match of this episode. Celtic are hosting Dundee today, so you expect 3 points for them as well. Hearts go to New Douglas Park or the Super Seal Arena to face Hamilton. Partick and Falkirk both away to Hibs and St Johnstone, so it's a decent day of action today. We've beaten Dundee United 10 times, we've lost once, and we have one draw against Maurice Malpass's side. So we do expect to be winning this game. Look at all the players who are wanted, Jesus Christ. Right, we're gonna clear the team and actually do a little bit of a refresher here. So we're going with Fulton in goals, full team here of course at Tannadice. Manuel Riedel, who's wanted by Manchester City. Stefano Denswell, who's wanted by Manchester City and Spurs. Murray Wallace, who is wanted by Newcastle. There you go, the entire back line's wanted. Right wing back will be Sam Byram, who's wanted by Leicester and Newcastle. So the whole, all four of the defenders so far wanted. Marcel Edelman, who's no longer wanted by Bayern Munich, thankfully. In the midfield we have Andre Horta and Rodrigo Fassi, both of whom are not wanted, thank God. Alberto Chiacheri, no longer wanted. There's a lot of bidding for him in the summer, by the likes of Roma, but we managed to hold on to him. Alfredo Morelos, who is wanted by Roma. And where is he? Walter Molina's currently injured, so we will go with... We'll throw young Lewis Davidson in there. He's played well recently, so we'll throw him in. And the bench will be Robbie McCrory, Ivanildo Fernandez, who wants him? Hull and Real Oviedo. Hopefully one of them comes in then, because we just don't want this boy, frankly. He had a horror show before when we lost to... And in fact, it was when we lost to Falkirk, wasn't it, last time out? Yeah. Excuse me, it was in the Cup. Nightmare. Sebastian Young, Dimitri Mitchell... In fact, we'll go Houston instead of Sebastian Young. Then Christian Paez, Dapo Mabudi, and Tim Gallagher. That's our team. Now let's go put Dundee United to the sword here. Last game, of course, we played in the league. We beat Hibs, nice comfortable scoreline over them. So hopefully we can follow that up with a nice comfortable scoreline here at Tannadice against Dundee United. The fans are out in force for Dundee United today. Nice big crowd for them. Byram now, can we go ahead early doors once again? Horta, Fassi, Chiacheri, yes we can. Not even 2 minutes gone, let's praise the boys here. Not even 2 minutes gone, and it's 1-0 to Rangers. And those Dundee United fans might be worrying they're on to a bit of a hiding. Maybe a St Johnstone 9-0 job here. Maybe not. Dundee United seem to have closed up pretty well to avoid us getting a couple of early goals. 20 minutes gone now and it's still only the 1-0. So you've got to give them some credit, I suppose, for managing to hang on in there. Half an hour gone now and we haven't created anything more after that first goal there from Chiacheri. But you know what? If we win every game this season 1-0 and win the league, I don't really care. Hammering teams 9-0 is fun, but it's all about the 3 points at the end of the day. Oh, as Murray Wallace robs it well. Hits it to Davidson. Ball to Fassi was okay over the top. Chiacheri's there. Can he find Morelos? Nope, can't quite. It's nodded down. Walder gets it away. Wallace again stepping in. Fassi, Horta, nice turn. King takes it. Judge forward to McAllister over the top. It's Keatings. He's in. He shoots. He scores. James Keatings. One apiece. Awful. Ian Fulton there wasn't exactly particularly confident in goal for that one. Gave Keatings far too much room to look at, and then Keating slaughtered it home, of course. I mean, this this is not good. This is not the kind of performance we need before we go into the game against Monaco. We need to be getting into that one confident, and we just don't look the business. Walter Molina missing seems to be causing us some trouble. I mean, Davidson's got the 6.3. We'll bring Gallagher on for him, and then we'll tell the boys to push forward in the second half. Need to win this one, of course. Keep that momentum going. We want the league to be pretty much done and dusted by the time we get to January, so we need to keep building upon the points gap that we've created. Townsend now as Dundee United look to come forward shockingly. Walder closed down well by the 3. Judge to Keatings, onside, goes back the way. That's good play, pressurising them to go back. Judge, Freeman almost pinched there, down the line to Walder. Edelman has to stand up well, forces him into a poor position, and the cross is easy for Ian Fulton to gather. Right, let's counter now. Denswell way over the top. It's easy to get rid. Now here's Morgan. Judge. Morgan. That's really, really poor by us there. We had the ball at the back and we just gave it away. Riedel looks over the top now. Giacherri, that's what they were going for a minute ago. Oh, he held it too long. The cross was on to Morelos early. Freeman now, a bit of action in this second half. Horta to Gallagher. Giacherri, Morelos is looking for the ball through the middle. Giacherri goes for the spectacular, and it is an abysmal effort. Not quite as bad as that Molina shot from the other game, but a poor effort nonetheless. As we go into the last 20 minutes here, and we begin to realise that we do lack the players to change the game. I'm going to bring Mabudi on, and I'm going to bring Jordan Houston on. He's a good attacking option, Jordan Houston, and I want some passion out of the boys here. Then he just be accepting this one apiece. Get forward, show that you're actually intent in winning these games. It doesn't look like we're going to. It looks like one apiece. I'm not going to change tactically and throw them forward or anything, but that is shocking that we haven't managed to come up with something there. Denswell's ball in, and it's cleared. And Giacherri's poor header, and it's going to be one apiece. One apiece. How did we end up drawing that game? We were 1 up before 2 minutes gone on the clock. I thought we were going to steamroller them, and it's ended up 1 each. It really does show though that that front three is vitally important, and we're even missing one of them. The boys who come up and step in just aren't quite good enough yet. And Celtic with a penalty managing to beat Dundee there. They are now 8 points behind us. Falkirk are 4 back, 6 back, our Hearts 7 are Hibs. So we still have a good advantage. Let's not get crazy here. You know, but we've played 10 games, I think. We're 8-1-1. No, 9 games, sorry, 7-1-1. But I just feel like we've gone off the boil a wee bit in recent games. If we look at our fixtures here, the 4-2 over Hibs is a decent result. Then we lost to Falkirk. Then we drew against Dundee United. I'm not confident of a good result here against Monaco now, so let's hope this isn't the beginning of a sticky period of form here. Monaco could well beat us as well. Let's not forget about that. Monaco are a top side in this game. They've won both of their games as well, beating Zenit and who else was it? Valencia, beating Zenit and Valencia, same as ourselves. They won, I think, away at Valencia and at home to Zenit. They have Andrea Bellotti up front as a top class striker. Who else do they have? Let's have a wee look at their players here. Something about value. They've got Bellotti, they've got Lamar, Milinkovic, Savic, Fabinho, Schick. They're both injured, thankfully, and they won't be back in time for this. Rugani, Dahlberg, Laporte, Cancelo, Torreira, Talisi. I mean, that is a championship winning side right there. That is a ludicrously good team that they have. Right up there with the elites in this game. Have they won the league? Let's see. They have won the league recently. They won it in 18-19 and 19-20, although PSG have won it the past 2 seasons. Celtic in Turin right now. Can they do anything for the Scottish coefficient? Won't be holding my breath over that one, but you never know. 4-0 to Juventus, yeah. That sounds about right. Now, here we go. D-Day. Valencia beating Zenit in Spain. That's pretty much what you'd expect. If Zenit can turn around and beat them in Russia, then it'll be happy days. Lewis Davidson's getting the hell out of there, and Walter Molina will come back into the side. Other than that, there'll be no more changes. Fulton, Riedel, Denswell, Wallace, Byram, Edelman, Hortafasi, Giacherri, Morelos and Molina are full 11 here coming up against Monaco in France. We're probably going to get a bit of a hammering. Cautiously, I'm going to say, nobody expects you to get a result, just go play without any pressure. And I'm also going to tell them from the touchline, remember boys, no pressure today. Let's just go out here, play relaxed and enjoy it. That was a really shocking pass. Lamar now, Monaco trying to start early. We're going to get hit with our own medicine here. It's whipped in, away. Cancelo again, whipped in, headed down, and it is our own medicine. 28 seconds and Andrea Bellotti Files the ball home. And then we've told them that there's no pressure. There's a bit of pressure now that we're getting beat 1-0. 80k Athens through Mohammed have taken the lead in the Nou Camp. Watch that one. See Barcelona win like 9-0. 9-1. We're actually giving a decent account of ourselves here. We've had more shots than them, more shots on target than them. Same amount of fouls there. They've actually had more fouls than us now. We've definitely had more shots and more on target. So we're actually playing pretty well there. Just haven't quite created anything yet. I think a narrow loss here wouldn't be too bad. Because if we turn things on when we go to Ibrox, we can beat them by more than this. I'm going to bring Paez on for Horta. Horta hasn't done well today. But yeah, if we get them back to Ibrox and we can beat them 2-0 even. If we lose 1-0 here and we can beat them 2-0, then that would put us above them on the head-to-head record. Give us a chance of finishing above them in the group. But some points here would be nice. Edelman, Morelos, into Fassi, drills it low. Cherry! Oh, he's offside. Oh, he's offside. And how often in reality has that happened to both Celtic and Rangers actually? Big moments you think you get in Europe and then it ends up going against you. Torreira with an exceptional pass to Lamar, but we've left him in way too much space there. Milinkovic, Savic, Talisca, Balde, good save. Fulton bowling it out over the top to Molina. Come on, can we create something here? Molina, cut back to Morelos. It's found its way to Christian Paez. What a hit, son. There you go, 6 minutes after he's brought on to replace our talisman, Andre Horta. He's shown that he deserves it, and bang, one apiece. Now, can we possibly stun them even more than this? Wallace to Denswell, Fulton, it's out to Wallace actually. Denswell, they're pressing us quite a bit, but Edelman's found his way into possession. Paez now in space, the goal scorer. Byram. Close down. Oh, it's a shocking pass right to Laporte. Talisca over the top. Andrea Belotti's in. He's an elite striker. You expect him to bury it, and he does. And that is a shocker from Byram. Do you know what? Byram's off. I'm pulling him for that. Jordan Houston's in. He's losing his place in the starting lineup for that. That was abysmal giving it away there. So bad, especially when we just got back into the game. Come on, can we do it again? Houston, Milinkovic, Savic away, Lamar, Talisca. We're going to get hit in the break again here. Belotti, Ederth. Whipped in, Belotti running onto it, Talisca. Game over. Game over. That is 3 shocking goals to concede. First one, right from kick-off, we're asleep at the wheel. Second one, countered an absolute peach after giving the ball away needlessly. Third one, again, countered after having a throw-in their box near enough. Molina, byline, whip, Cherry down, Morelos 3-2, come on. That was the perfect counter there, giving them a taste of their own medicine. Lovely play, Molina, Cherry, Morelos, all combining. The front 3 showing how vital and important they all are. Lamar now with a free kick, just over the bar. Right, do we have another substitution to make here? Not really. I mean, I'll take Manuel Riedel off for Ivanildo Fernandez just because he's on a booking and we don't want him suspended. You know, being strong at the back right now is not really that significant. We just want to make sure we can try and get this third goal. If they make it 4-2, it doesn't make it too different from being 3-2. I'm not going to overcommit and be stupid about it, mind you. It's not worthy of throwing a centre-back up top as a target man or anything like that, but we can certainly go overload. Ball over the top away by Sidibe, and then Ederth, Lamar, Dahlberg. We're going to have to pinch it here. Nearly did. Talisca, Lamar, we did pinch it now. Edelman's ball was poor though. Laporte's header forward, good challenge. Fassi, Cherry, can we do something to them here? Cherry's ball in, Rugani away, Talisca counters on. Belotti taking care of the ball. Talisca, Lamar, deadly counter, but he puts it wide. I thought for a second there that we had a wee bit of a chance of getting forward and getting it, but Monaco have done well to kill this game. Houston's header away. Morelos will pick it up. And as he approaches the halfway line, it ends at 3-2. But do you know what? We were the underdogs. You gave it your best. Good effort, boys. A 3-2 loss away to Monaco is nothing to be ashamed of. And we were in the game for the most part. I'm relatively proud of that. The difference there was Andrea Bellotti. I mean, if we look at him as well, he's an elite level striker. He's got a bit of pace about him. He's very fit, I suppose you would say, with his stamina. 18 strength as well. Off the ball movement and 19. 18 finishing. 16 for heading. He's just a top level striker. 53 goals and 81 appearances for them. 51 in 72 appearances for Chelsea. 60 and 107 for Torino. So you know what I mean? A quality player that would have been done by. 64 goals and 78 Italy caps. No shame to be done by him. Who's this guy scoring for Midtjylland? Kroon. Yeah, so overall, really a disappointing episode. I believe, actually, this is the first episode of this season where we haven't produced a single win. And that's 3 away games in a row there and 3 poor results. I mean, Falkirk, you put it down to the young boys, that's fine, you discard that. Dundee United, I suppose you can say because we didn't have Molina, but I think we should still be beating Dundee United, particularly taking the early lead. But then in Monaco, again it's a defeat, but do you know what, I can take heart from that. A 3-2 defeat away at a top European side, I'll take it. The big question is going to be what we can do against them when we come up against them at Ibrox. But that'll be in a couple of episodes' time. We've got the Premiership to focus on after that. We need to get back to winning ways after our disappointing draw against Dundee United. We're away at Rugby Park to take on Gary Holt's Kilmarnock. I keep forgetting who's their manager. And then Alan Archibald, still Partick manager, brings the Thistle side to Ibrox. So that should be 2 nice, strong, convincing victories that we get to take the 6 points off of Killie and Partick. So listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. It was a bit of a stinker against Dundee United, but the Monaco game is the games that we live for these days. Those big European nights, which is where we want to be. And listen, if this was a knockout tie and we'd got a 3-2 loss away at a team, we'd be accepting that all day long. So I think ultimately we can be pleased with that. Unfortunately, Valencia did claw 3 points closer to us. A draw in both of the head-to-heads between Valencia and Zenit would have been nice. Unfortunately, Valencia do have the 3 points just now. If Zenit can beat them in Russia, they'll both still be at least 3 points behind us going into the last couple of games. If Zenit can beat them in Russia, they're both on 3 points. Then if we can beat Monaco, that gives us a 6 point gap between ourselves and Valencia and Zenit. We'll just need 1 point. But anyway, that's down the road, of course. Next time it will be Killie and Partick. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have done, please drop that like down below on the video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, if you're new here, you can subscribe, follow our exploits in Europe and the Premiership. That would be, that'd be smashing if you would subscribe to the channel. Just click that wee subscribe button there. We'll jump our way up there. But mostly, as I always say, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when we are indeed facing Kilmarnock and Partick.